Alright, here we go. This is a ranked 2v2 on Chasm between the red team in the upper left. It is TripleABattery in the Black Ops Striker and molb78 in the Steampunk Paladin. And their opponents, the Carbon team in the bottom right, it is TripleABattery in the Black Ops Helix and KrestEgypt in the Deep Sea Osprey, which is basically the Black Ops Osprey. Because it basically looks like the same type of thing with the colored lines and stuff. The only thing is it has like fins. It has, you know, a sea, an ocean theme type of thing. But both teams open up pretty standard. Carbon team opening up pretty efficiently, actually. Going for both outposts very quickly. That top outpost already under fire, whereas the red team just started probably a couple seconds ago. So, and the Carbon team already starting on the mid fight. Okay, so it does look like TripleABattery is as well. So we have a Striker by himself against an Osprey and Helix at the mid. It's not like they're against each other yet because they still have to clear the neutrals. But once it starts to, once the brutes get knocked down, then they will start to, well, will they? It's Chasm. Artillery will go up probably. Some harass here and there, yes. But probably not much is going to happen. Okay, TripleABattery actually got TripleABattery fairly low on health, but he was not able to get the finish there. Does look like defensive measures are going up by the Carbon team. The blue, okay, the red team now gonna start to ferry a tank down here. Gonna go for a harass. Gonna go for a neutralization. No mech support, just leaving the tank there to probably save later. Just causing trouble. That was basically all that was in the end was delaying, and TripleABattery, as the Striker, able to afterburner his way back to his forward outpost. But artillery already up for the red team. No artillery up for the Carbon team yet? No, but we do have two Buckies out on the field, which are kind of the same thing. Oh, TripleABattery getting a finish on TripleABattery actually there with a focus fire by the red team. Molb and TripleABattery now going to try to snipe a Bucky or two. No, but Crest has the Osprey. Oh, saves it momentarily, but does lose it due to the combination of the mech fire. Molb hopping across the chasm here. TripleABattery now back to the field with two artillery, so I'm not really sure if the Carbon team is going to decide to dedicate their trench warfare to Buckies or artillery or both at this point. I'm assuming that Crest probably made the Buckies, whereas TripleA is probably going with the artillery. TripleABattery trying to pin down an enemy mech there, but it's really deep in enemy territory, especially when Chasm gets a little bit difficult. 41 to 37, so it's not really a relevant difference at this point in time, especially on a map that's literally split down the middle by a big fat hole. That's what she said. But artillery up again, Gaddies. I mean, your basic unit compositions at this point, it's going to be a standard mid-fight on Chasm where both teams have defensive tanks and other defensive units, AA and stuff, so their longer range units like Buckies and artillery don't get sniped. Molb a little bit overextending there and losing, what was that? I forget. I know he has busters here, but two busters getting finished, or one buster getting finished off. Was that another buster? I forgot what that was. Y'all can rewind, I cannot. So it's just funny, like, we're only 3 minutes into the game, which in a lot of games is just getting started, but in AirMech we're basically already deep into it right now. We have 51 units worth of upkeep on each side of the field. Molb getting almost getting finished off in the focus fire, but with the team support and landing in the middle of his units, able to survive that focus by the Carbon team. We're at levels 3, 4, 3, and 3 right now. We have Sergeant Defense. Oh no. Okay, now TripleA. Okay, gonna drop a Sergeant up here for scouting purposes. So they have radar just in case anyone on the red team tries to do something sneaky in that upper right-hand corner, which is generally the sneaky corner for the left side, and the right side would be this bottom left down here would be the sneaky side. But TripleABattery dropping a Longhorn in harass attempt, but will not be able to finish off that buster. Molb really low on health, getting finished off by the Seeker. Realistically speaking, that type of death, unless you're playing against an extremely well-coordinated team, on Chasm is not going to be a humongous, you know, deficit, unless they can, well, so here's 3 busters, which is crazy strong. Will be protected by the Osprey, and TripleABattery getting a little bit, overwhelmed by damage there and getting finished off. Molb trying to defend as much as possible. Generator coming out, but now we have a small unit clump over here by the Carbon team. No healing unit, but I guess they don't need it because they have that Osprey. Gonna be microing around. Might want to take the high ground here. Does lose a Buster, I think. I think that's what that was. Upkeep, not upkeep. Outpost in the middle keeps going up and down to Carbon. And Molb getting finished off once again. Face first in front of a bunch of Busters and Seekers. Probably not the best idea. This Buster's probably going to get finished off. No, but Crest actually kind of low on health. Going to be able to Q heal and get himself out of there. So Carbon team actually with the advantage here, I would say. They have a... Well, no, they don't have the higher upkeep max right now because Red team is taking the mid. So I guess they're switching off, taking control of mid right now. The one lone Buster trying to distract the other Busters, but Molb again very low on health, being pinned down by two mechs and gonna get finished off one more time. There, his Buster that he dropped over there, I think that's what he dropped, getting killed. Two honeypots, even a third one down here on the low ground, trying to keep their units alive as the Red team, but to no avail. They're losing quite a lot. However, the funny thing is, they are at 62 upkeep, whereas the Carbon team is at, okay, also 62. Max upkeep keeps switching back and forth, do that middle outpost, and now we do have a drop over here by Molb with two Longhorns. What will he be able to get finished off? A Generator and possibly, a Buster, I think that's what that, or, yeah, probably a Buster. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. Needs to drop his Longhorn, losing both Longhorn in that harass, and actually gonna get finished off by the Helix right here. But AAA getting focused in the air by DeadSku11y, so that's an even trade of sorts between the two teams, each losing one mech each. Now we have a quick 1v1 while both players are respawning. But again, the upkeep seems pretty even. It's not like the Red team is way far down. I mean, yes, Crest is sitting on 30k, so once they build some Whoppers, they might be able to pump out a huge unit advantage. But in terms of levels, it's 4-6-6-5. So it's not a humongous difference. I'm not sure if Molb was the one that brought the late game units or DeadSku11y or both. But once DeadSku11y hits 7, the Red team might be able to thwart this, big Carbon team unit clump over here with just a couple Goliaths and maybe a Gorgon or two or something like that. Depends on how long they can actually fight for. Oh, and Crest. Oh, he is lagging. Gets finished off by those T99s. Oh no, that is bad news. Oh, and Crest drops! Crest drops, so the Carbon team losing a player might need to surrender this game eventually if TripleABattery can't take advantage of their lead, which they've actually lost now. It's 51 upkeep versus 58 upkeep on the Red side. TripleABattery doing everything he possibly can at this point, but not surviving that dogfight against the Striker and DeadSku11y, and the KrestEgypt robot just get finished off as well. I would imagine the rest of the the Red units are gonna get cleared by the Red team. Lots of grinders, and I think more importantly, lots of mechs. DeadSku11y retreating those harassing units over there on the right side. The bot doing as much as he possibly can, but probably not going to be able to get too far. A mech kill is a mech kill. So, yeah, TripleABattery, I'm not really sure what he's going to try to do at this point. Oh man, trying a desperate cheese move over here, but gets caught in the act by DeadSku11y. Just going to try to kill a couple units, almost finishing off the Whopper, but I think in the end he's probably just going to lose all the Sergeants that he brought over here. Whopper does get saved by DeadSku11y once again, dropped on the socket. TripleABattery really low on health. Does Q heal? Will he be able to get out of here? Has plenty of energy left to Q heal and doing his hoppy bunny thing. But does get killed in the end there by DeadSku11y. With the Striker missile so strong. I have a feeling we're going to see an Alt F4 by TripleABattery. They were winning this fight, but KrestEgypt unfortunately disconnected. We all know how AirMech servers can be, regardless of how good your internet seems. And there you go, we do get an Alt F4 by TripleABattery. So, unfortunately, this is an anticlimactic ending. DeadSku11y and molb78 taking this ranked game on Chasm over TripleABattery and KrestEgypt, largely due to a disconnect. Unfortunate. That does happen in AirMech, but yeah, we just gotta power through, keep playing games, keep crossing our fingers that we're gonna be able to stay connected the whole game for some reason. Yeah, it's the server. I know that the latency logic or whatnot is a little little less forgiving than it used to be, where you would always hit lag spikes. But I guess it was in an attempt to improve the player experience, because if you continually play against people who lag, it is kind of torturous. Yeah, I mean, I actually did scope out. This is actually a watch tab game. I don't know if that was obvious, because that's all I've been doing recently. But there were 2 other games between these players on the watch tab, one on Salt, one on Thar. I checked out the Thar one first, obviously, because I like Thar over especially Chasm. And I just did 2 Salt games in a row. But that Thar game, they, I think, I forget who, but one of the players on the AAA and KrestEgypt side disconnected immediately. Unlikely that was intentional or deliberate, because they were winning this game. I would really love to have seen what would have happened with that unit clump. That was a great approach by the Carbon team, and it's something that I would like to see a lot more players attempt to create a secondary clump over there. The thing is, it is very dangerous and very difficult to sustain due to the lack of outpost support nearby. There are, you know, obviously the top left team, the red team in this scenario had a lot, had an outpost that was a lot closer, but the Carbon team, you know, with great timing and with haste indeed, was able to ferry a bunch of units over and took advantage of a few mech deaths. So that would have been really cool. But hey guys, this stuff happens. You just got to keep playing on. I'd say my typical send me replay spiel, but it seems that a lot of replays that get sent to me, even though they work on one person's side, break on my side. So hopefully Carbon gets back to it, gets that system working, gets a lot of other stuff working and finished up, hopefully sometime soon. I know we've had word recently that they might be returning fairly soon, so hopefully that is what's going to happen. Check out my video descriptions. Plenty of other YouTubers down there. Red Dog, Astro Boy, Pro, Frisky Cow, Overkill, etc. Y'all know the drill. Keep playing. Don't DC. This is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.